It's happening! Hi, everybody! Oh, God.
What you didn't hear...
We shouldn't have been doing that for the whole intro.
Yeah, what you didn't hear is during the intro they were talking about, like, should we do this? This is a bad idea.
Hi!
Hey! How you doing?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to AFK here on the mighty Loading Ready Run Network. It's this. They love it when we point at the sign. I'm Ben.
I'm Jacob. Oh,
and
sorry.
joining... who are you?
Hey, I'm Jacob.
It's Jacob.
Hi.
And, of course, we've got the lovely Paul on tech.
Hello.
And today, we are playing some Warmachine. Mark IV. It's the 4th edition.
Finally.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this because Warmachine is super duper cool, and we were sent these models quite a while ago, and Jacob and I painted them up, and now we're going to learn how to play. We're going to be playing a very starter-friendly version of this.
Yes.
Because you'll know there's not a lot of terrain on here. In fact, I just sort of brought terrain to sort of spruce it up. But they're just sort of lining the sides of the arena. In the actual center, there is not a lot, and we're kind of going to go explain that. But yeah, it's going to be a lot. This is a learning sort of stream. We played a practice game that took us 3 hours.
Yes, it did.
To learn, but I think this is going to go much, much quicker now because there's just a lot of stopping and starting. And I'll level with you. The app that they've created, which is a free-to-play app, is really, really good.
Yep.
It's got everything you need to get going.
Yep.
It just requires you to dig for, like, you're like, this thing gets stealth.
Yes.
And you're like, cool. What's stealth? And then you're like, you click on this thing and it's like, the thing with this icon has stealth. And you're like, great.
Good.
What is that?
Stealth?
And then you click that and that's like, stealth does this. And it's like, okay, great. And it's like, all the information is there.
Yes.
There's just like...
How
you gotta walk down the steps to get there.
Yeah. It's a winding path.
Yeah, and what I will say, having played it, is I think that on the surface, the rules themselves are actually much simpler than Kill Team.
Yep.
It's a lot less granular in terms of, can I shoot this thing? Can I climb this thing? And instead, it's kind of shifted more for the models themselves to be very cool and unique. And you'll notice that you can actually like see a lot of them from this wide. The models are much bigger than you'll find in like a lot of skirmish games and stuff. And so there's a lot of character to each of these. These aren't like random homies, although there will be some random homies. Each of these is like a person that has a name and a occupation and stuff. So yeah, very, very excited. And this is a brand new edition that was picked up by Steamforged. It used to be operated by Privateer Press.
Yep.
Steamforged picked it up, and they have done a heck of a job from what I assume was Privateer Press going, Here. And then they're like, all right, let's make this work.
Distribution pipeline. We've got one.
Yeah.
Yes, here.
Yeah. So I'm really, really excited to show it off. So we're not going to do a massive rules dump on how to play at the start of this. What I think is much better for y'all is if you watch along and you kind of see, and we're going to be very... we're going to really explain what we're trying to do and what each of these things do. And we'll be doing a lot of that when we're showing off the models and kind of explaining what our individual models do, which I think is really, really cool. But before we get into all of that, a reminder that this and everything we do is brought to you by you over at our Patreon at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. You're the reason we're able to do all this cool stuff, so thank you so much. We really appreciate it. You can also check out our store.loadingreadyrun.com. All kinds of great merchandise that you can buy with the dollary dues in your bank account. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube and you want to see more of this, let us know, because not too long after we announced the initial stream of this, I got a DM from our good friend PMAverse, and there's another starter set for this with the faction that I was most intrigued by when I saw this, which is effectively like, they're like the pirates from Pirates of the Caribbean, the Davy Jones pirates, but they also have access to, like,
war beasts
and stuff. And I was like, that seems really, really cool. But, the Cricks, as you can see, are going to be undeady, gross freaky guys, and I just don't like playing humans.
Yep. What's the other faction in that starter set? Do you know? Elves.
I think it's either spooky elves or it's the like Imperial Slaver faction.
Okay, yeah. I forget what their name is.
Something or
but
other.
Yeah.
So yeah, very, very cool. I will say the factions look very, very neat. So yeah, if you want to see more, or there's another mini game you want us to check out, and continue to consume all of my painting time.
Yeah.
Cool.
I love the lore of the Iron Kingdoms. So I'm very excited.
Of your dudes?
Yeah, the Iron Kingdoms is the setting of Warmachine.
Oh, neat. Okay.
My faction is the Khador. They are evil fantasy Russia.
Okay.
As opposed to the good one we have.
Good modern Russia.
Yeah, the good modern Russia. So they're called the Winter Corps, and they fight. For a while they weren't imperialistic, and now with the advent of Mark IV and some of the new Iron Kingdom stuff coming out, the Empress is getting back on that horse and going after other people's stuff.
My understanding is your guys, for the most part, are actually wearing like mini warjacks.
Yeah.
So like warjacks are like big, robits, but your guys are wearing mini but they have not figured out how to cool them down.
They just recently figured out how to cool them down. So they like these guys over here, there's heavy warjacks and light warjacks. Heavy warjacks obviously very big, light warjacks smaller, blah, blah, blah. And Khador doesn't have anything but heavy warjacks.
Okay.
Just don't.
Yeah.
So they developed their light warjack technology into essentially power armor that they put on their infantry, but they couldn't figure out how to work it well. So if they weren't fighting in the winter, they would like cook and burn alive.
So that's why they're in the winter area.
Yeah.
It's like all right, we will fight you. Only in the tundras.
Only there.
No, the snowy mountains, but on the plains, no.
These guys, especially the hounds, you'll see that they have like the little like steam packs on the back, and essentially they have shoved their infantry into like half light warjacks, so they're like really durable, really tanky. They all have shields and things like that.
And I'm playing the Crix Necrofactorium, and from my understanding, they are necromancers who use souls to power machines.
Yep, and their country is ruled by a big undead dragon.
Cool.
Yeah.
Ding. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk about the individual models and stuff. And we have actually hooked up the app to our overlay, which is going to be very, very cool. So why don't we go to our close-up cam and we can start showing off our little buddies and stuff. So we'll start. I guess every team has a warcaster. So this is my warcaster. They are Wraithbinder Nikane. And their whole dealio, in this game, everything sort of revolves around your warcaster. They're the leader of the squad, and so much so, in fact, that one of the win conditions in this game is if you kill your opponent's warcaster, you win. Yeah. You just win the game. Yep. So you don't even have to play to objectives if you want. If you just want to go kill their warcaster, you can just do it that way. So she's really neat. She's a scout. So she's very, very fast. She has a speed of 7, which means 7 inches. Most things have like 6 inches or 5 inches and stuff. So she's really speedy, which you can see with the speed stat there. You see there's a whole bunch of numbers and whatnot, and we'll kind of go through them. But to kind of continue down the sort of quick explanation, she's got a grappling hook. And I can spend her magic points to, or in this game as they're called, focus points, to pick like a piece of terrain and move it and move 5 inches towards it. She can grappling hook towards things, really cool. Which I think is really, really neat.
And you can move units towards you as well, right?
Kind of. It's at the end of this model's activation, this model can spend 1 focus point to be placed completely within 5 inches of its current destination.
Cool.
So, but she also has, and she's super fast. She can dodge if an enemy attack misses her. She can move 2 inches. So she's scooty. And one of the big things about her too, and is kind of the theme of my team, is she can, instead of using my magic points, my focus points, she can use her health.
Yeah.
to cast spells and do all kinds of things, which is very, very cool. That's kind of the thing. She's got a whole bunch of really, really cool spells and stuff like that. But just to kind of give you an overview for the people who might be seeing this for the first time of that stat block there, you'll see that there is SPD, so that's what we talked about. It's the speed. That's how many inches she can move when she goes. There's the AAT, which stands for Arcane Attack. So when I'm making an Arcane Attack, that's the number that I get to add to my roll. There's MAT, Melee Attack, RAT, Ranged Attack. Pretty self-explanatory. And we'll talk about how to attack when we get to there. Defense value is the roll that Jacob will be needing to try to beat to hit me. Arm is then after the number that he has to roll to beat and deal damage to me. Arcane is a special thing just for Warcasters, which is how many points I get every turn. And then finally, control is my control range. So basically a lot of spells and things are going to have a distance in which that they can, work if it's like an aura, and that's the control range, which is 12 inches. So something like that. Very, very simple. And like I said, I don't want to bog you down too much with the rules, but that arcane control thing is a nice way to steer into the Warjack. Ba-ba. So this is my big Warjack. Its name is Hades. And so for a Warjack, essentially, it is being controlled by the Warcaster. And so you need to keep your Warjack in that sort of range for it to really do anything. Mm-hmm. So they got to kind of be next to one another to do things, or in my case, within a foot.
You did a really good job painting this guy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is my first time working with metallics. And what I really wanted to do, this was kind of an experiment with this paint, is it's a different kind of color.
Yeah.
Depending on where the light is hitting it, the blue in there, and I kind of wanted to play around with that. So thank you. This was a 2-day project that worked really well.
Yeah.
I'm pleased with it. Anyways, so this is Hades. So he's a big scary Warjack. His big thing is that he's a soul taker, which means when he kills living units, he takes their souls, and then I can use those souls to power up abilities and do different kinds of things. And so you can see those exact sort of same stats that we saw when we were going over the thing. He's got a speed of 6, so pretty fast, honestly, for a Warjack. A melee attack of 8, range attack of 6, defense 13, arm 18. Very, very, very neat.
What's that Shadowgate? Sorry, what?
So Shadowgate, so that's one of the things that I can do. So for example,
that thing.
Yeah, so if I've got a soul, I can use the ability Shadowgate, for example, once per turn during its activation, immediately after resolving an attack that hit an enemy model with a melee attack. This model can spend 1 corpse or soul token to be immediately placed within 2 inches of its current location. So if he melees something and kills it, then he can go bloop and teleport towards something else, which is kind of neat. This giant thing has a little blink, which is neat. He's got a big old soul cannon that he can use to shoot things, and then he can hit people with his tusks. He's got a big old death claw, which also has a shield on there, so it's gonna give him some extra defense and stuff. So big scary guy, very, very cool. Like I said, a lot of information, but I don't want to overload people right away. Up next, we have my mech, or he's my solo unit. He's my mechanic. This is the Master Necrotech Chatterbane. He's this. He's a corpse inside of a big spider mech. One thing I really liked about this model is he's got a hella badonkadonk.
Yeah, this guy definitely uses to communicate.
Yeah, I also unintentionally made the thing he's stepping on a red thing, so I guess I'm stepping on the Cador.
No, that's cool. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's all right. That's fine.
So his whole thing is, like I said, he's a mechanic, so he can actually heal my Warjack, which is really cool with the repair action. But he also is undead. Shocking nobody. So anything that affects living models won't affect him, but there's a lot of things that have the undead keyword that are going to be important to him. He also shoots exhaust fumes out of his butt, so whenever he advances using his movement, for 1 round, other friendly models gain concealment, which is going to be a defensive boost when they're within 3 inches of him. So I can put some smoke around myself as I'm walking him up the field, which is very, very cool. He can also just make somebody who's near him do a free attack, which I think is very neat too. So, yeah, very, very cool guy. Undead, spooky, and like, was there any other keywords? Not really that matter. He can attack twice, which is kind of neat. And then finally, we have the units, I guess. Yeah, so there's 3 of them. So I don't know. I'll put up one. So these are the Furies. These are my spooky wraith boys. They are they're ghosts in armor. So these guys are going to be the most annoying unit really for Jacob because they have a keyword called incorporeal, which is as long as they're not doing a attack or like a action that really interacts with anything. Jacob cannot attack them without. Jacob can only hit them with magic damage.
Yep.
And as far as I know, I think only your leader has magic damage.
Yeah, if they're incorporeal, I can only hit them with magic damage. I can hit them with other stuff if they attack me and pop out of incorporeal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and in general, while they're flying around, they have an ability called Mortal Fear, which is anything that's within 8 inches of this model. While within 8 inches of this model, living enemy models suffer -2 to damage rolls. So they're just annoying. They're going to be really annoying. They're going to stand on objectives to prevent him from capturing things. Yeah, that's it. They have some magic attacks. They have an okay melee attack, but really they're sort of just there to be super duper annoying, and annoying they will be. So yeah, I have 3 of them. They're all, I don't know, very similar looking guys. I like them a lot though. These were the ones that I was the most proud of, paint wise. I think they turned out okay.
Yeah, it turned out really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my squad. We're doing a 30-point game, as you can see. So we're doing really teeny tiny factions so that we can learn. But Jacob, why don't you introduce your Warcaster?
Okie here's my Warcaster. This is Captain Zahara Vikul.
I got it. You can.
Emphasis on the cool. Yeah, so all the Khador guys have alchemical masks. Prowl, which was a thing that I was literally looking up before we went online. The annoying thing with all of my guys is they have a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. They're immune or resistant to corrosion and fire damage because of the cool armor and stuff that they have. He has Pathfinder, so he can just move over difficult terrain without taking any sort of a penalty. Mm-hmm. Rise, so he just gets an automatic, like if you knock him down, he can get back up. Like he's a very speedy axe throwing guy.
Yeah.
And has some really cool spells. His special ability is once in a game, I can put down a lot of smoke within 6 inches of him to give my folks like concealment and all sorts of other like bonuses and things like that. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to want to do that probably pretty early to try to get an advantage, or when those guys pop out, I can because I can get stealth, which increases some defense and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. How about your big ass Warjack?
My big ass Warjack, which. Oh, thank you.
No, I got it.
This is Razor. Razor essentially is very good at shooting things. He's got 2 grenade launchers, a slug cannon, the shield, which has a chainsaw on it. He can headbutt. He can run over people. He's just a big, chunky boy. He can take a lot of hits. He can deal a lot of damage. And one of the big things with Khador is they're good at moving people that aren't you around the battlefield. Mm-hmm. So like knocking people off of objectives or knocking one of your dudes into another dude to do damage to 2 dudes. And stuff like that.
Yeah, having a chainsaw shield, the Ripper shield, is absurdly cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then kind of similar to your Warjack, if my model destroys a enemy model with a ranged attack, I get to advance 2 inches. I just get to move 2 inches.
Okay.
Yeah. Whoop. Move them back there. Excellent. Let's see. Now we've got the Sergeant Goran Lazarenko, also known as the Jackal. He can move a lot. He's got this really cool thing called reposition. If it doesn't run or charge, it can move 3 inches after it attacks. This is the one that's going to be going after your Warjack. Like, they have a rocket launcher, they do a ton of damage, they move quick, which is great.
Yeah. Sorry, I should be this dude.
That guy. Yep. Called the Jackbuster.
Yes, the jackal, the creature most known for having a rocket launcher.
In nature, yeah. Have you ever run into a jackal, Paul?
I have not. So it's entirely possible that they could have rocket launchers.
And then the hounds, which I love these. They have to be presented together, I think, because they form a shield wall. When they are together, they all have like a special ability to give like each other armor and things like that. To give each other armor and stuff. So they get less effective the more you kill them. Because they each have their own like special ability that they give to the rest of them if they're within base-to-base contact.
Yeah, so it's like one of them will give +1 to attack rolls. One of them gives
like +2 to defense.
prowl. Yeah. Very cool.
Yep.
Yeah, all kinds of really neat, things.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, and again, just really stompy. Like they can take a lot of hits and deal a lot of damage if they can see you and hit you.
All right. Well, great. So
Yes.
that's all the models. So we can go to the top down, so we can kind of showcase what we've got going on here. So, like I said, very sparse in terms of terrain because we are doing the. Essentially, we are playing what is put in the starter thing. Only I am playing one of the factions that is not included in the starter thing because, like I said, I don't play humans because humans are gross.
True.
Yeah. So basically, what's going on here is there are 2 fences that we have dubbed extra cool. Fuck these 2 fences. These 2 are the bomb.
The best fences.
The best fences. So the goal of this is to secure the fence for your team. And at the end of your turn, if you have at least 2 models within 2 inches of it and is not contested, then you get a point. For each fence that you have that. Contested in this, which is wild. I triple checked this. I was like, really? Is that how this is in this game? Contested is, does your opponent have at least 1 model that's within 2 inches? You do not score.
Yeah.
So one of the big things, as Jacob and I were talking about it, is this game has a lot of push and pull mechanics in this. So you really want to push your enemies away from your model or the objectives that you're going for, so that you can score points. The winner is determined by we're kind of playing 21 in a way, in that it's if at the end of your turn you are 3 points ahead of your opponent, then you win and the game ends.
Yep.
So we kind of go till that. That is basically going to be the game. So. As you can see, deployment-wise, I am quite a bit further back. Jacob is all the way already on the objective here. And that's because in this game, when you roll for initiative, the player who goes first has a 6-inch deployment zone, and the player who goes second has an 11-inch deployment zone. And because Jacob also has 2 sets of models that have advanced deployment, which gives you an extra 3 inches, he just gets to be right up on... the point. So he's already got dudes on the fence. So I'm gonna have to do some legwork here. But you might be like, well, that seems a little weird. Why does the second player get so much of a deployment? This is a skirmishy type game that is not played on a go style activation, which means as the first player, I'm going to activate the entirety of my force before Jacob gets to. And the trade-off there is that the first player cannot score points on the first turn. So while I do get to activate everything and try and come out Jacob, he gets to A, start on the points, and B, score at the end of his turn. So yeah, that's how it's going to be.
First time I'm going to score in a while. Thanks.
Ready to lose? I mean, play?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, like I said, we're going to be trying to capture these dealios. We've got some lakes that are going to be in the way. We've got some added cover, and we'll kind of go over all that. But we should go through the phases and how this works. What?
I don't actually think I've won a game against you.
Of anything?
I don't think so. I'm gonna have to go back.
This is going to be stitched really well with Jacob wins.
Jacob wins.
Jacob's gonna win. You very, very acutely made everybody in the audience cheer for you now. I am the villain today.
I'm just trying to get better at games.
You're doing great.
But yeah, no, you're right.
You're the hero.
I know what I did.
Yeah, go Jacob. Great. So let's go through the phases. So this game is played over 3 phases on a turn. First being the maintenance phase. So the maintenance phase is kind of where it's kind of like an upkeep for Magic players out there. It's kind of like I don't know, basically the let's make sure everything's in order phase. So we talked about magic points in this game. They're called focus points. So this is where we get to allocate and kind of do that. So during the maintenance phase, we're actually going to remove any excess focus that we've got on our things, because you have to do a fresh thing. In this case, it's the first turn, so we don't have to worry about that. Check if there's any sort of upkeep effects or anything like that, which there aren't. And then we just get to scoot right on into the control phase. So control phase is where you kind of get to figure some stuff out. So the first thing is the Warcasters are going to replenish their focus up to their arc stat. So you can see that the Wraithbinder, in my case, they have a 6 worth of arcane. So we're going to put a little 6 here. So we got 6 points. And then the Warjacks are going to power up if they are within control range. So right out the gate, a Warjack gets to have 1 focus. And the reason for that is because, like we said, there's not a person in there. This is a steam-powered magic machine. So they need some juice to get going. So a lot of the actions that a Warjack will take require them to spend focus. So this is why now, after we do that, we can allocate some of the focus from our Warcaster to our Warjack to a maximum of 3. So what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to put 1 of my points over there, and we're just going to have 3, or we got 2 to work with there. And that's how I'm going to allocate that. And then if there were any upkeep effects, like spells that we're carrying through, this is where I would pay for them, but there is not, because it's the first turn. And yeah.
Doesn't the Warjack automatically get 1 focus point?
It does, yeah. That was the first thing I said, yeah.
Okay.
It powers up, so now, and I gave 1, so now it's got 2.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
And we're all good.
Yep.
Great, and I believe we're chilling. So yeah, now we just get to go to the activation phase, which is where everything happens. So yeah, you ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Great, I can see. Good night, everybody.
Well, that was great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us. This has been AFK.
Yeah.
Just to remind you that everyting that we do here at Loading Ready Run is brought to you by you.
Yeah, congrats on the win, Jacob.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. It was a long time coming. Hard-fought battle.
One thing I did want to mention, too, by the way, we noticed that there was quite a number of people who were really excited, and people who play Warmachine. If you have rules clarifications and stuff like that, feel free to pop it in chat. Just make sure you're A, correct, and B, correct with the correct edition. Because a lot of people have played Warmachine a lot in the past, and you're like, I don't think it works that way, but things probably have changed over the course of edition changes and stuff. So just like always, just triple check, the things that you're talking about there. So yeah. All right.
Last time I played Warmachine was Mark 1.
We're old. So this is one of these games where your dudes essentially each get 2 things. They get a movement type thing, and then they get a combat. And everything is like a sub move over there. But what's really interesting about this is you have to do your movement type action before your combat. You can't shoot and move. So if you decide to just go to shoot, you're not going to get to move, so you got to do it. And there's all kind of different ways to move. So in this case, a normal advance for my guys, I'm going to be activating my Furies here. They have a speed of 6. But I don't think they're going to be doing any attacking or anything like that. I am really trying to make it so Jacob is not going to score points over there. So I'm going to have them do what's called a run, which gives them an extra 5 inches to their movement, but they don't get to do a combat action or anything like that. So 5 plus 6 is a grand total of 11. So they're going to get to move 11 inches. And when you have models like this that are in groups of 3, what you do is, I love this, by the way.
Yep.
You move one of them, and then every other model then moves within 2 inches of it. You just get to pick up and place them. So in instances where they get kind of spread up and pushed away from each other, the next time you move them, you get to sort of combine them, which is really, really great.
Some of them, like, and you can straight up teleport folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This, yeah.
Yeah. And unlike a couple of games, like I think Star Wars Shatterpoint we played, there are a couple units that have like multiple dudes for like counted as a single unit, much like this. If one model dies, they all die. That is not the case in this. There are 3 individual health trackers for the models. I don't know who's who. We're gonna have to establish that at some point. But anyways, let's get cooking here. So because my guys are in corporeal, they can actually just float over this.
Rough terrain.
Yeah. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna get this guy right out of the way here. I'm gonna
my terribly painted little lake.
I'm gonna measure from the back here. So I'm going to put my boy right there.
Yep.
And then that means that I'm going to be able to then scoot these dudes. Essentially, fence. This is 2 inches. And we're just going to do that. Blah.
Yep.
So they did a run action, which means that they're not going to do any combat stuff. Sad little lake or impressively large puddle? Yeah, when Jake, this was the first bit of terrain Jacob pulled out, and I was like, So all the work went into the models, you say? Great. All right.
I didn't know how to paint wood.
No. That was not a comment on your paint job. That was a comment on the terrain build itself. But also, come on, you use watercolors.
I did my best.
You did great, pal. All right.
No, but yeah, they were like, yeah, so we've included terrain in the box. And I was like, ooh. All right, cool. But I painted the rocks.
You did such a good job.
I did such a good job.
Okay, so I just need to be within a foot. All right, I'm going to activate Hades next.
It's Hades Town.
And Hades is going to do a regular little walk over this way here. Oops. And I believe we've got...
That's 12 inches.
We've got 12 inches right there. So we're going to be doing some shooting in this. So how line of sight and whatnot works in this game, which is really, really interesting, is you draw a line from anywhere on your base to anywhere on their base. And if that hits, then you're good. It's all about the bases. It doesn't matter about height or any of that kind of jazz. In this case, I can see a little bit of your butt sticking out there, so I'm able to poke and shoot, which is what we're going to do on that guy.
So I should have positioned him here.
Yeah. When you put him out and he had his butt like this is
sticking out a little bit.
I was like, all right, I'm gonna go shoot that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, now here's the thing. Your guy, now we have to establish cover in this, which is the case. So you would draw a line from yours to all the sides of the base. So in this case, it does cross over this cover. And in this case, cover gives plus 4
defense,
Plus 4 defense, which is pretty freaking huge. So what that's going to end up doing, now you can see on Sergeant Goran Larazenko, is your defense goes up to 18. So you're pretty hard to hit, dude.
Yeah, that's not bad. No, it's the reason I made Grumbly Face is I just need to get more games under my belt to like.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, I am gonna hold on.
Maybe this is not at all a good idea. No. My rat is 6, which means that I would have to literally roll double sixes to hit you.
Well, give it a shot.
No, I ain't gonna live that life.
Why don't you give it a shot?
No.
But you could give it a shot.
I think actually what I'll just do instead is I'm just gonna have I'm gonna spend a. Does he have to? Because he's aggressive. He can run or charge without spending a focus point. Very neat. I'm actually just going to have him.
Just park it.
Park it.
Park it.
Park it. And it's gonna be right here. Great.
Wait, is he actually hiding behind that fence even though he's 10 feet taller than it?
Yes. So while he is hiding behind it, large models like this don't get cover save bonuses.
Yeah.
So you do need to stick around it to shoot him, but
His
you're probably
ankles are
fine.
protected.
Yeah. Great. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do is I will go ahead. I mean, this is the thing. Like turn 1, there's never a lot of shooting, and I never know why I try to actually angle for that. So my friend Wraithbinder Nikane gets to do some little movemento. I'm gonna measure from the back-o here. So this is a regular advance. I could have her run, but I don't think there's much. Yeah, I don't really think there's much for me to do. I think I'm just gonna have her run here.
Okay.
Was hoping to talk about some stuff, but I think we're just having, yeah, so she's gonna run, but we're gonna cast some spells.
Okay.
I think. So as long as it's not like an attack action spell or anything like that, then we're groovy. So here's what we're gonna do. We're not even within 6 inches.
Do you lose all your focus like at the end of your turn?
Yeah. So you might as well spend it.
You might as well spend it. Okay. Yeah.
Let's do this. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, here's what I will do. I'm going to...
Why does this guy even have advanced deployment?
I still can't do anything to him, man. 18 defense is too much for me.
I mean, I'm a tactical genius by putting him in cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's really not much for me to do.
Because it's 2 dice plus your ranged attack. Is that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's like even if I was trying to hit 18, 6 plus, it'd have to be maximum. Here's what I'll do. I'm just gonna run everybody up. Everybody's ran up, and a cloud of 3-inch smoke goes around my team here because this guy's got exhaust fumes.
His big farts.
Yeah, he's got big
farts.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. Whatever.
Hey, can I get in cover next to you?
Yeah. But focus does stick around, and we can use it to do some. I can use it to block some damage again on these guys, which I think is very, very important. Yeah, that is me. That I'm actually not really able to do anything cool on this. It's just me having to move up. So, I think you're gonna get to do a lot in your turn to find out.
Okie dokie.
Yeah,
Let's find out. Right.
So, starting off, we can basically go straight to the control phase here.
Yep.
So you're going to allocate your focus to your Warcaster and your buddy there. Let's use the same dice for that. Use the red
the red ones, yeah. Okay. Hockey dokie. So 1, 6, good. I'm gonna allocate 1, 2. I'm gonna allocate 2. Mm-hmm. So 5 and 3. There you go. I've allocated.
Great.
Let's see. Remove a focus. Check the expiration of continuous effects. Great. Resolve all the effects. Meh. Replenishment. Don't need to worry about that. Warjack's power up. 1 focus. Warjacks can have no more than 3 focus points any time. Great. Cool. All right.
Yeah, we just get to rock and roll. The first turn's quite easy.
Yeah, first turn's going to be real easy. Okay.
Probably going to see some combat here.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Definitely combat. I am going to... first thing I'm going to do... They're incorporeal, so I can shoot through them, correct?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to activate the hounds.
Okay.
I can't really do anything with them, except try to shoot your warjack.
You're going to have to wrap around to shoot him.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, because of the base.
Yeah. You're going to have to come out of hiding and make you come to me.
I respectfully decline.
Great. Are we just going to stare each other down or what?
We might stare each other down for a little bit. I'm going to get really silly and aggressive, I think, then. Okay, so I'm going to
seems
activate...
to be like what you guys would want to do.
Yeah. I'm going to activate my Warcaster.
Okay.
And we're going to start off with casting... Oh, no, that's not going to work because that's last turn. Never mind. We are going to cast a spell.
Okay.
Which is... Where is it? Superiority. Target friendly faction, extra large based or smaller warjack gets +2 speed, +2 mat, and +2 defense, and cannot become knocked down. So it's going to be...
Which one, sorry?
It's called Superiority.
Yeah.
So we're going to cast Superiority for 2 points. And then we are going to cast...
Sorry, just quickly, you had 6 points and gave 2 to the warjack? So
Yes.
you were...
I had 6 points, so I gave 2 to the warjack, so I was down to...
You had 5, and then you used a thing that cost 2, so it costs...
No,
now
but-
you're at 3.
No, I should have been at 4. Cost the thing to use 2, so I should be at 2.
Yeah.
Yep. There we go. Thanks, Paul. Good looking out.
Oh, you gave 3.
I did, yes. Cool. Great. So those are my spells.
Walls don't block line of sight. Everything there has line of sight to it. Oh, okay, great. Then there we go. So, yes, I guess you can shoot my warjack, but it'll obviously get. Oh, so warjacks just don't get any defenses at all from walls. Okay. Well,
No, they would still get cover. Yeah. It just doesn't block line of sight.
it will still get what? Why did I? So I guess it's the opposite of what I read. It said extra large base models don't gain cover bonuses.
Huh. Let's double check that. It should still get cover, though. But I don't think it would block line of sight.
That's not an extra. That's a oh. That's not an extra large base. That's a large. Oh.
Extra large is the 80 millimeter, I think.
Okay, so I guess
Yeah.
there's even bigger ones. Wow. Okay,
Okay.
that makes a lot more sense. Well,
Okay.
that makes my last turn a lot worse.
We just started. Do you want to rewind? I'm okay with that because that was a misunderstanding of the rules. I'm cool with that.
No, I'm gonna let it ride.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's fair. Okay. Then, in that case, let's do the hounds first, and then I'll do this.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Great. Okay. So the hounds are going to activate.
Yep. So we can roll this back.
We're going
up
to take them. We're going to
4.
take them one by one.
And that should be 3. No. You're good.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
How many times can he spin it around the
So many times. Good. All right. So we're going to fire.
Wow. Okay.
What's that?
I'm just reading.
Oh, there
Don't
are
worry
two
about it.
larger
Take your
sizes than a
turn, man.
warjack. Good. The Teteria, I think. This one. That has a range of. Nope. Okay, so the only one that I can shoot with, I think. That's a range of 8.
Range 8. You have a grenade launcher that's a range of 12. And an assault cannon that's a range of 12.
I can't do that. Okay. So assault cannon and the grenade launcher can do it, but
Okay.
she can't.
Yep.
Okay. So grenade launcher is...
So we're starting with the grenade launcher.
Yep. Starting with the grenade launcher.
What's funny is the grenade launcher doesn't have to even care about intervening models, apparently.
Yeah, it can just go boom.
All right, so we're doing an attack.
Yeah, we're doing an attack. We're going to start with the grenade launcher, which has a range of 12. So that's... Let's just double check. I want to make sure.
Is that middle homie?
That's middle homie. Yeah, we're good.
You're great.
We're good. Okay.
So it's got a rat of 6, which
Yes.
means you're going to get 6 plus your die roll. And in my case, it's got a defense of 13, which is getting a plus 4 from it, so you're trying to beat 17.
Yep. Okay.
So you need to roll. So now, this is what's really unique about Warmachine is it uses what's called a 2d6 system. So instead of rolling a bunch of die, you just roll 2d6, and then you have ways to add some extra dice if you want, but in most cases, that's what you're rolling.
Yep.
Which I think is really, really cool. So 6 plus whatever's on the die roll to hit. So you're trying to beat 17, so you need to roll an 11 or a 12.
Cool. I rolled a 9.
All right, so that's going to give you a grand total of 15. So you do not hit.
Yes, indeed.
Punk!
Okay. And now we will fire with the assault cannon.
Mm-hmm.
The assault cannon has volume fire, so it gains +1 to attack and damage rolls with this weapon against medium-based models and +2 to attack and damage rolls against larger-based models.
Yes. Now, we already forgot a rule.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say that last one is fine. But for this one, we have to remember that you're right up next to my Furies, which means your attack rolls are -2.
That's right. Okay. Huh. I should have done this in a different order, but let's just let it ride. I will learn through these through my mistakes. Okay. And it was very generous of you to let the previous roll that missed ride.
Oh, interesting. So Chad is saying with AoE attacks, let's take a look-see here.
Yep.
AoE attack when an AoE attack directly hits it resolve the attack. Let's see. When an AoE attack directly hits its target, resolve the attack against the target as normal. Additionally, when an AoE attack directly hits a target with an extra large or smaller base, a number of additional models equal to the AoE value attacking. Blah, 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 blah. When an AoE attack misses its target and the target was within the attack range, the target is hit but not directly hit by the attack and suffers a blast damage roll.
Oh, cool.
And I assume the blast damage roll is the smaller number,
The smaller
8.
number.
So you do get to actually make an attack roll with that, which
great.
is very exciting.
But your armor is redonkulous.
Yeah, so I mean, Twitch chat's talking about it. My armor currently on Hades is 18 plus 2, so it's 20. And your power is 8, so for you...
I would have to roll a 12.
And even, no, because you have to beat it, so it would do no damage.
Okay.
So nothing.
Well, great.
Yeah, it does 0.
It does.
So we're not worried about it, but that's really good to know.
That is very good
Is
to
that
know.
AoE attacks, even if they miss, as long as it's within range.
Okie dokie. All right.
No,
well,
that's great. Thank you very much for the update.
Yeah.
This is why instead of doing like a whole bunch of terrain and shit like that, we're like, this is a learning stream.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's do the assault cannon.
Okay.
So I'm going to get a +2 to the attack and damage roll.
Yep.
Which is -2 from your guys, so it's just regular.
Yep.
So the range is. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. Talk about the things because we're gonna do the rate of fire thing.
Oh, I was just about to say the rate of fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it has a rate of fire of D3 + 1.
Sure.
So that's how many attacks I get to make.
Yeah. Because you're shooting with an assault cannon.
Yes. So that's going to be 2 + 1. So that's 3 attacks.
You get to make 3 attacks.
3 attacks.
So
All right.
currently, right now, it's as written. You have a rat of 6.
6. Yep. A rat of 6. So what do I need to? And your.
You need to hit 11.
Need to hit 11? Okay.
11 or 12.
11 or a 12. Okay. Oh, I need to roll an 11 or a 12. Yep. Okay.
Nope.
That didn't do it, but that's a critical. It doesn't matter.
Nope.
Doesn't matter.
I applaud you for trying to take the
doesn't matter.
shots. Yeah.
Yeah. What I feel have done is.
Oh, gain +1 to attack and damage rolls with this weapon against medium-based models and +2 against larger-based models.
Yeah, but you're lowering my attack by 2. correct?
Right, yeah.
So
Yeah,
it
that's
evens
exactly
out,
what
yeah.
we were already doing.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's as written.
Yep. You
Yeah.
got it.
So we're good. What I should have done is moved him up first, activated him first, cast spells on these guys to then try to take those shots. Yes. So let's not make that mistake again. And now I'm going to activate this guy.
You got it.
All right. So we're going to do second verse, same as the first. We're going to activate that spell. Back on Zakul, we're going to cast Superiority. Again on my Warjack.
Yes, right. You've got your big guy, and he's using superiority. Cool.
Yes, he is. So he's going to cast Superiority on the Warjack, and then he is going to cast. Oh, that's not an attack spell. That I don't want that. He's going to cast Iron Flesh on the Jackal. Okay, so let's use these.
Yeah.
Superiority. If Iron Flesh.
Great.
Over here.
Do
Okay.
Maybe, do you know what those instantly do? Would it be easier to just write down +2 or?
Yeah, it probably would. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely correct. It would be.
Yeah, they've got little erasers on the top.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got it just for you.
Incredible. Thank you.
Superiority is an upkeep. You can spend a single focus at the beginning of the turn to keep it going instead of recasting it for your first cost. If you cast the last turn, this is our first turn. We've already got one incorrect suggestion and one before we've even done a thing. So I appreciate it, everyone. But this is an example. Let's slow it down just a bit. Let the new players learn a little bit. Jacob could have also definitely focused before he shot because he decided not to move last turn. But again, new players. So let's.
Oh yeah, there's an aim option. Yeah. Okay.
It's okay. We're just gonna have some fun, relax. Paul, do we got our music going on in the background? Is this one of those moments where he goes, "We do now"?
All right. So this is down to nothing.
Yes, we always have.
We always had it.
Yes, definitely.
There you go. Okay.
All right. That's a range of 8. Beautiful. Okay. Good. So now I'm going to move.
Sure.
Vikul is going to. They have a move of 7 inches.
He's a speedy little demon too.
Yes, indeed. They're going to move up there.
Okay.
And then I don't actually think that there's anything else that I can do because that's a range of 8. I think I can actually take a shot at your Warcaster with 8 inches. So I could throw an axe.
Sure.
Yeah. So I'm going to throw an axe at the Warcaster.
All right.
What's up?
I don't think you can beat a 20, but so I have a defense of 16 plus 20 because I'm behind cover.
Okay.
And you have a ranged attack of 7, which means statistically no. You
Hey,
cannot
I'm going to
hit.
throw it at one of your Furies.
Yeah, you got it.
I got magic
It's
axes.
got magic axes.
All right, that sounds much better.
So what's the range on it?
8 inches.
8 inches?
Yep.
Okay. So you're also then going to be making that at a -2 because you're within 8 inches of the Furies. If you can hit them with your magic axe.
Then I take the -2.
Yeah.
Right. Got it. Okay. Well.
That's true. Double sixes always hit.
Okay.
So.
All right. Good to know.
So you're throwing your axe at the Fury?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw an axe at the Fury.
Okay. So my Furies have a defense of 14.
14. Okay. They have a rat of 7, so I need to roll 7 or higher.
Yep.
No,
Statistically.
-2.
Right. So 5. So just do the roll,
Yeah.
and then we'll see if we even need to do math. 8's pretty good.
8's pretty good.
So 8 plus, in this case, the mat is going to be 5, so it's 13.
13.
So you're just shy of the 14 needed. That's the recommendation I saw when you're playing this game, is roll, and then if the roll is dog shit, you don't even need to worry about doing math.
Doing the math, yeah, that's, yep. Okay. When resolving this attack, this weapon gains blessed, which means that it's magic. Wordbreaker, okay. Rate of fire 1, so...
Yeah, that's him.
I think that's everything that I get to do. While this model has concealment, it gains stealth. I think it's concealed. I actually don't know the concealment rules. Good. Okay. Well, that's that one.
You didn't want to do anything else, like, yeah. Okay.
I mean, I can't. I moved. I attacked. I cast a bunch of spells, right?
Sure. I mean, you had
Yeah.
like you have all those focus points, or did you use every? Oh, you used
every
You've got
focus
every
point.
focus point. I was
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
say
yeah.
because you can do things like boost your attacks and stuff like that. But
No, I
you,
can't.
He cast a ton of spells.
Yes. So now what I'm going to do is we'll activate the
Rocket Man.
We'll activate the Rocket Man.
Yeah.
And we'll try to take that shot because I think the Rocket Man can do it because he's got the Jackbuster.
Sure. I mean, it's still
And-
pretty bad. I both have cover, and you're by my Furies, dude. I'm gonna level with you.
Yeah, the
if
Furies
you're gonna
are
want to shoot
suck.
me, you're gonna have to. You're
I
gonna
have to get out of cover. Yeah.
Yeah. You can't have the cake and eat it too in these scenarios.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay. All right.
Now hold on here. So marksman, like you can aim, which I guess gives you the +2.
Yeah, I could aim to have the +2, but so you know what? You're right. You're right. I'm going to take that advice. I'm going to break cover. Yeah. I'll take your advice and I'll break cover. All right.
I mean, I don't know if you need to do it now.
No, I'm going to do that. I'm
Okay.
going to do it. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. So he's got a speed of 6.
Yep.
You can move through friendly units.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to step out here.
Still gonna be in cover.
We're going to get away from the Furies.
Yep.
Yep. Yes, I know he's still going to be in cover, but I'm definitely not going to roll anybody out in here and then have them get
Clomped on. I agree.
clomped on. So what I'm going to try to do...
Now, cannot move or see through other models. Yeah, everything's
Cannot
a big
move or see
block.
through other models. Well, I can still move if we want to be precise. Very well. 6. There we are. Yes.
Yeah,
And
I think
precise.
you're grooving.
So precise. Yes. All right. We're gonna take a shot at your healer guy.
Oh.
This guy.
Okay. So he's both in cover and
And they have the
smoke.
smoke. So I can't hit those guys.
Yep.
I did move.
This is one of those instances, Jacob, where it's turning point 1 and you're like looking for a lot of angles to like shoot and stuff like that.
Yeah.
In most skirmish games, there's not a lot. But I believe in you.
Yeah, I might as well just take the shot then,
Yeah.
like at the warjack.
Cover
Yeah.
and concealment don't stack. Of course they did,
In the
because
al-
that would make sense.
The alchemical mask.
You can shoot this guy then. I mean,
Does
No, I'm gonna move over here so that I'm out of the 8 inches of the
right.
Furies. What's up?
remember, you've got a mask too. You just get to ignore concealment from cloud effects.
Oh, that's a cloud effect.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very nice. That's lovely. But
I don't know why that.
I would still
works,
need
but-
to.
Yeah.
But the cover still counts, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna take the shot at the. I'll take the shot at that guy.
Okay.
And we'll see how it goes.
Great. All right. So he's only got a defense of 13, so pretty easy to get the hit off on. Now, so he is. Yeah, I guess he's not getting anything extra, right?
No, not really. No.
Okay, and just rolling it raw.
He's just rolling a raw.
Rock and roll.
Yep.
Okay, just roll it and see if you even need to
Yeah.
math.
Yeah.
So you got 6 plus 7, which is 13, but I am getting, the defensive bonus from the Dealy Boop, which is plus 4, so it's 17.
Defensive bonus from the
From cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So it doesn't hit, but it's an AoE thing, so you still get to try
I still
and
get
roll.
to try to roll the damage.
Yeah, so the power of your gun is 7.
Yeah.
So take a roll with that.
Yep.
Trying to beat armor of 17. 9, almost. It was 16.
Yeah,
So.
and it's an AoE 2, so that's within 2 inches, so I also get a blast roll against your Warcaster.
I guess, yeah, I would
Yeah.
assume.
It's unlikely, but
I
we'll
mean,
try.
this one is much. She's only got a armor of 15.
Okay.
So
6.
6 plus the 8 of the power, which is
7.
14.
7 power, so 13.
Yes, yeah, 13. Then nope.
Nope. Okay.
Nothing.
All right, give it a shot. All right.
Okay, and in the future, you only get the blast on the other stuff if you do hit the main
Oh,
target.
if you do hit
So
the main target.
It's just
okay,
there.
cool. Thank you.
Great. Okay, you got your jack now.
Okay. Okay, Razor, let's see what we can do. Boy, turn order is really important here. Okay. So the Warjack's got a speed of 5. So he's just going to move here. Good. And I'm going to take a shot with the grenade launchers.
Okay.
Because I might as well. I'll take the shot with the grenade launchers at your at the healing guy.
Okay.
Grenade launchers. Hold on. Let me just make sure I've got that range. I think we're good.
It's 10?
10.
Yeah, you got it.
Yep. Okay. So I get 2 shots with this because there's 2 grenade launchers. And we'll just roll and we'll add everything up after.
Yeah.
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 Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use a focus point to give myself another die.
Great, a boost.
A boost.
There you go. That's an example of things you can do with focus points.
Sir.
Okay.
It's got to be good, right?
So,
That's triple 6s.
by itself, crits don't necessarily do anything. But in this case, that is that's what's called a direct hit. So no matter what, it does hit me. So do you have anything that does? You were using the what? Grenade launcher.
Grenade
you said?
launcher, correct.
Okay, so doesn't seem to have any crit dealios. So yeah, you hit.
Okay.
So this has got a power of 10. We don't even need to check my thing. And you're trying to beat my armor of 17, so you need to go anything higher than a 7, we'll start dealing some
Anything
damage.
higher than a 7, I am going to do another boost.
Yep.
And I will get
Do
the...
we need to do the math now? No. Even then you don't need to do the math.
Yep.
It just hits.
12.
12 plus your power of 10,
10.
so it's 22, which means yes. So this is how we do it. So my armor is 7 or 17. So that means it's 5 over, which means you're going to do 5 points of damage to this guy.
Okay. How many health does he have?
10.
10?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right, that was my first attack. Second attack is... Oh, I'm sorry. I should roll the... Because I direct hit. I should roll the damage against your Warcaster, because AoE.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Do I still get to roll 3 dice? I didn't think
dice.
so. It's per, yeah.
That is. We
Not
don't even
gonna
need to
do
math
it. Yeah,
it.
yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Just roll the die and
Yep.
then yeah.
Okay. And then we're going to spend my last focus point for this hit. This is the second grenade launcher. He gets 2 attacks.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yep. 4, 8.
Plus the rat on that is
6.
6. So it's 14. Does
Yep.
not hit.
Does not hit? Okay.
No, 'cause I'm behind cover.
Okie dokie.
But you do get to make the blast damage roll if you'd like.
Okay.
So it's the smaller number on the grenade.
Oh yeah.
So it's an AoE attack.
Yep.
We're learning things.
8 plus 5, 13.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Did a little bit of damage, and I'm good with that. Good. That's That's me. That's
Well, you
everything
managed to
do.
hit, so
I
hey,
did.
you know what?
Hey,
Good
I managed
job.
to hit. I did a thing. Yep.
Damage was done. Great. Okay, so that is the end of a turn cycle. So now, because we're on the end of your turn, as the second player, this is where we would start counting points. But it's only points that you capture, which I think is incredibly interesting. So we would take a look at the points that he's, which in this case is this one. And then we go, oh, is it contested? Do I have a model within 2? Which in this case is yes. So at the end of the first kind of round, none points.
Okay.
Which, is to probably be expected. Now we go on to my turn.
Okay.
Ready to rock and roll?
Let's rock and roll.
Okay, so as we talked about, first we do the maintenance phase, which is we're going to get rid of all of this. Or wait, yes, all of this. So all of the remaining stuff I go, and it gets to come back up to full in the control phase here. None points, left jack.
Oh.
This is also where if I had cast any spells like Jacob has, like his buffs and stuff like that, that he would get to, I would have to pay for them. But I didn't do anything like that. So.
Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
All of my stats are on my phone, and my phone is about to die. Do we have a charger I could grab?
Yeah. Didn't charge his phone before the tournament.
I didn't. No, yeah. Oops.
Silly old boy.
Sorry about that. That's on me. I didn't charge my phone.
What have you been doing on your phone all day?
What's that?
What have you been doing on your phone all day?
That's between me and Jesus.
Oh. Why do you let Jesus on your phone? Great.
Got a thing for hairy dudes. What do you want?
All right, so I'm gonna spend some points around here. Oh, we have a cord right here.
Yeah, we got it. Thanks, man.
We're vibing, but thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'll put 3. You made it sound super cool, so we're gonna go like that. I don't have any upkeep stuff to do, so we get to Jimmity Jam.
The incorporeal really sucks. Like, it really honks.
Yeah, so that was the thing. There was a couple of people being like, can incorporeal contest? Yes. I can just be a real piece of shit and keep those guys there, and Jacob will have to come over here to do stuff.
Yep.
I don't go to a Warmachine tournament without a power brick to keep my tablet alive. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Because they made the app in Unity, it probably sucks power like nobody's business.
That is true. Okay.
It's one of those, like, I swear I had like 70% before I came here. Although I have been listening to a lot of audiobooks recently.
There you go. What do I want to do? God, I've got all these cool spells and stuff like that.
Oh, man.
So what do you have? What are these bonuses you've got on your boys here?
Mostly armor and defense.
Armor and defense.
Yeah. Yep. So he also has +2 melee attack. Razor does.
Yep.
So if you want to come up and start fist fighting big robots, please keep that in mind. And then my guy with the rocket launcher has +2 armor.
You got it. Okay. Well, here's what we'll do. First off, we're going to just go on into the activation phase. I'm going to start with my Warjack here.
Okay.
We're going to start by activating... no. We're going to start with activating... Yeah, the Warjack. It's Hades. It's Hades time. That seems fun. I'm going to have my silly old boy here charge as his movement action.
Okay.
So he's going to charge here,
Okay.
which means he's within the control of this lad.
Okay.
And we're gonna have a gay old time.
Yep.
So it costs now. Hades has a special thing. Normally that would cost me a focus point to charge, but he is aggressive. This model can run or charge without spending a focus point.
Neat.
Which is gonna be very handy. It's combat time, pal.
Okay.
So
Cover doesn't count anymore?
Hey, now because we're in.
Yeah, because we're in melee. It doesn't matter. Yeah,
I would assume. So yeah, first off, let's. I'm going to attack you with his Death Claw, which has the ability to throw. I don't think I want to do that. I think I'm just going to see if I can kill this guy. The Hades Warjack's well-known catchphrase: "It's Hades time." So shocking no one, I'm going to spend a point here. To
yeah.
So what's your defense?
My defense? 14.
14?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't need to spend a point here. I've got a mat of 8.
Okay. All right.
So on these 2 die, I just need to roll a 4. or higher,
Okay.
which is statistically likely.
Yep. It is.
Okay. Great. I don't
Okay.
know why I was so afraid of that roll. So great. Now we get to do some damage. This has a power of 17.
I see.
Yes. What is the armor of your friend?
Well, good thing I cast that spell on him.
He's got +2.
So he's got an armor of 16 total now.
Okay. So no matter what,
Yeah.
I roll, I'm guaranteed to do some damage.
Yes, indeed.
How much health does this guy have?
8. So you could one-shot him.
You know, let's boost it up.
Yeah,
let's boost it up.
Let's do it. Let's boost it up.
First melee attack after a charge gets a boosted damage. Oh, okay. So I would have
right.
I would have been boosted anyway, but we're fine. So this time I'm going to boost my damage. Yeah, I assume it's just the attack roll. I really appreciate it, Sudabite. You're helping out quite a bit.
Yep.
Splat.
Oh, that's so bad. Oh, buddy. Oh.
Bro!
That's just like that time that Jacob wrote did 3 6s, right?
It's just like that, except completely the opposite.
Okay. So 20 against your 16.
So I take 4 damage?
You take 4 damage.
4 damage, okay. Okay, all right.
I can't believe that. Okay, well, this needs to happen. So I am going to spend a focus point to do an additional attack.
I assumed.
God damn, dude. Okay, so...
You don't need to roll to hit.
Oh, of course. Yes, I do.
Do you?
Yeah, it's a whole new attack.
Oh, I thought just with how the math worked out, you couldn't not hit.
No, that was the damage.
Oh, that was the damage. Thank you. Yes.
Yep. So...
Oh, yeah, you have to roll above a 4.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Does it only have one melee weapon? Oh, does each one have to be a different attack? I mean, I have tusks.
You can hit with tusks.
So, okay. So I have to have a different weapon to do another fisting. In which case it has to be... It's got tusks too. It's got the tusks too. You get to use them. So
Yeah, I think just because you have the weapons, you get to use every melee weapon in a melee attack.
one initial attack with each weapon for free. No need to buy the first tusk. Oh!
Yeah. So now you just get to attack with tusks.
I'm going to buy an attack here.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yeah. Like, I want this to happen for you now. Like, oh, and the slug cannons. Oh, well, all right.
Well,
We're learning.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, great. So Deathclaw.
Yeah, Deathclaw.
Great. I see a 5. That was all I needed.
Good enough.
Oh my god. All right. Power 17 against your 16. So whatever I roll hits.
Yeah.
Great. Obliterated.
Yeah, he's gone.
God damn, dude.
He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. Did the Tails have knockback or anything?
So this was a Deathclaw for the second
for the
second
okay.
one. So I could have thrown you. First try every time. So we get to see my magic ability here, Soul Taker, take place. So when a living enemy model is destroyed while within 10 inches of this model, the model gains the destroyed model's soul token. So I don't know. We'll keep track of souls. I've got a soul token. One soul token on this guy. So I can use it for a bunch of different things, like the Shadow Gate, which is once per turn during its activation immediately after resolving an attack in which it hit an enemy model with a melee attack. I can spend 1 corpse or soul token to be placed within 2 inches of its current location. So I'm kind of thinking I kind of just want to port to your Warcaster, but that also just sort of seems bad. Oh! I know what I can do. I'm going to spend this right now.
Okay.
Hades is now incorporeal with using Soul Face. He's right beside your leader, though, so your leader could come at him. These dudes are so annoying. Oh my god. Gaining incorporeal is disgusting. Pretty gross. Ghost robot! Great, so that's Hades.
Okay.
Okay.
Good to know.
I'm going to now activate Necrotech Chatterbane.
Is that he just doesn't like chatter?
I don't know, he's like, Yeah, maybe you should have died. That's what Twitch was saying.
Yep. You know what? I'm going to remember that for next time. It's a learning game.
It's a learning game. It's a game, yeah. And like all of these, it's a game of inches. So this is really interesting because, like, I could just kind of chill. I could move. I could like encircle your guys and stuff.
Or you could just stay there and get your point.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm kind of thinking, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I actually want to scoot these ones. But what I might do here is I'm going to actually not activate Chatterbane. Sorry, I'm going to activate my Furies. And I think all I'm going to try to do is... yeah, because I don't think they have anything they can do. Like, if they do literally anything, they will come out of corporeal. So I'm just going to move them the 6 inches. We'll say this one. Like this.
Okay.
Like that.
Just to make sure that you get them in the -2.
Yeah, I'm really trying to spread it out there.
Okay.
Think like that. Because these are obviously still within 2, so that's good. Yeah, and then they're just gonna chill. So that was kind of what we talked about, Clockwork, where it's like the game rules themselves are actually a lot easier, but the units themselves is like...
Yeah, there's so much
They try to make the
going
units
on.
really cool, which I respect. I like that a lot. Okay, I will then activate... I don't know. I mean, they don't really need to... Necrane can just kind of cast some spells here. I'll activate my leader.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, I should have used this before.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
I forgot about the tough rule.
Oh, what's that do?
Lorenko might still be alive if I can roll well.
Oh. Sure. What's the tough rule, Precious?
I'm looking it up right now. Tough. If I roll a 5 or a 6, I am knocked down, but with 1 health.
Okay.
Yeah. If I roll a 5 or a 6. 5.
So that changes everything that I did. Okay.
Do you want to take that back? 'Cause I
No.
forgot the rule.
Let's, I mean, so...
Because you could still spend that, and like you can just spend. I'm okay taking it back because like we do the tough roll if you want to. Oh, ow! Damn, that's a sharp.
He's a
model.
spiky boy.
Yeah. If you want to spend that, just do the one more attack. We can just say he's dead.
Well, I can't do another one. He died from my second one. I'd have to use another model to do something here. But he is incorporeal.
Did you? So
he died on the second attack that I spent stuff for. So I guess the third attack roll.
Oh, okay. Because the first two attacks that you got for free.
You can just keep spending focus. I mean,
Yeah,
here's
yeah.
the question though, because I'm doing an additional attack. I guess I have a Tusk's attack now too.
Yeah.
Sure. So I guess we do that.
Yep.
That
Because
makes
I
sense.
think if you do another attack, you get to attack with everything that you attacked with.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I killed him with the Death Claw. And he's like, no, I
I'm
still
fine.
live, and it's like, well,
Oh,
I
no,
still
no.
have these tusks.
We could just auto this, like it's
4, so that hits just
he's fine.
barely, and then anything that I roll,
he can't survive it. Yep.
is well, yeah.
Yeah, like I
Great.
said, if you just spend the thing,
Okay,
he's
there
fine.
we go. It
There
all
we go.
works out.
We resolved it.
Extra attacks bought from focus have to be with a specific weapon. Okay,
Okay, great.
then great.
Yeah, that's fine.
I want him dead.
Yep, he's dead.
He has none focus, but he is incorporeal.
Yep.
So there we go. Great. Okay, now back to my leader. So what I should have done before is I should have cast Carnage, which is friendly faction models gain +2 to melee attacks rolls against enemy models in my control range.
Friendly faction models?
Yes, within my control range, so it's
okay.
12. So I could have saved myself just so much pain, but I forgot about it. But I'm going to start that up. Carnage lasts for one turn, so it doesn't go through the whole thing. So maybe I won't do that. Never mind.
So one turn just means
My turn.
Yeah, your turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that within 6? Yeah. Okay, great. I'm gonna spend 2. I'm gonna cast Mirage on my Warjack. Target friendly faction model gains apparition. So he's incorporeal and has apparition.
All right.
During your control phase, place models with apparition anywhere completely within 2 inches of their current location. So basically, during the control phase, like the upkeepy kind of thing, he gets to do a free little blink.
Okay.
And then I will probably chill there. I mean, we're throwing stuff out. I mean, is this a range of 10 on anything here? Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, I'll shoot. I'm gonna have Wraithbinder Nikane aim, which will give her +2, and then shoot you.
Okay.
So she has a ranged attack with her rune thrower of 7.
Okay.
So it goes up to 9. You get a +4 to whatever your defense is. I'm rolling a 7, so in total that is 16. Nope. Great.
Because it's 20. Same.
20. Yeah. All right. And then now I've got my last boy here, the Wraithbinder. So it's really funny. I could have me lose that. There was actually a really cool line that I could have done, but that's okay. I'm learning this as it goes.
When you say line, do you mean order of moves?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
He doesn't count as a construct. That's very funny.
Who doesn't?
Master Necrotech Chatterbane. Yeah, I guess I'm just chilling like that.
Oh, the rune thrower has a rate of fire of D3 + 1.
Oh!
Thank you.
I mean, it probably doesn't matter. Okay, so I get to make 3 more attacks.
Yes, you do.
Great.
Yep.
So it was 20, right? So
yep.
I would need to roll an 11 or a 6. Nope. Although the crit was kind of cool. Nope. Great. We're chilling. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to pass like that. So, end of my turn, I get to score a victory point. Yay! Paul, do you mind putting that? Because I forgot to grab that. We didn't need a second iPad. Yeah, there's a human body in there.
That's good enough for Crix.
Yeah. So yeah, 1 point for me. Jacob,
Okay.
rock and roll.
Okay.
So I'm going to say this guy's got Mirage. Keep going.
All right. That's definitely within the control range. Okay, great. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast.
But first, you got to go through all your stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
gotta
So
do all the
let's throw all the things. Okay. So Warcaster gets 6. I'm going to spend now 1 to upkeep. Down to 5 to upkeep this spell.
So first you allocate.
Oh,
your
allocate.
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. I gave you a cheat sheet and everything.
I'm making this pouty face because I gave all my players from Not a Drop to Drink cheat sheets as well. Yeah, I know. I've been where you're at.
Hoisted, petard.
Oh God, where did this petard come from, and why does it have my name on it? Okay, so remove all focus from the Warjacks. Didn't have any. Remove access for the Warcasters. Okay, great. Check expiration of continuous effects. Resolve all other effects. Okay, great. Warcasters replenish up to their arc stat, which is 6. Good. Warjacks power up, so it gets 1. Beautiful. Now I can allocate. Now I allocate focus. So I'm going to allocate 2. So this will put me down. It was at 6, so now it'll be down to 4. This will go up to 3. I will then upkeep the 1 spell, which will put me down to 3. And then I will resolve all other effects. I pay the upkeep. Okay, great. Now I will activate my Warcaster. Sorry for hitting my mic. I apologize. First, I will use the feat Pall of Ashes.
Whoa.
So now I get to place D3 plus 3 cloud effect templates anywhere completely within my Warcaster's control range. While in the templates, friendly faction models gain Pathfinder and can move through obstructions in other models if they have enough movement to completely pass them. While in a template, living models, so that doesn't really affect any of your guys, suffer -2 defense, -2 to attack rolls, and lose tough unless they can ignore gas effects, which all of your folks can. Pall of Ashes lasts for 1 round.
Okay.
Okay. So that's D3 plus 3. That is
5.
5 total. Okay. So that's anywhere within my control range. So that is within 12 inches.
No.
I'm sorry, what?
There's a control. Oh.
I get to place these anywhere
I thought
in
it was
my
talking
control
about
range.
control range, like the control range around your dude.
Oh, no,
1
it's
inch, but that's way better.
yeah, it's anywhere within my control range. So
Okay.
that's pretty much anywhere I like. So one of them is going to go here. Essentially, I'm putting it right on top of
The objective?
the objective.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
One's going to go there, so that's one of them. Another one of them is going to go here. I'm just going to lift these up.
Yeah. Put them where you need.
Thank you.
We're gas bombing the place.
All right. So that's 1, 2. We're going to do here. Here. And I'm out of them.
I'll go grab you
That's fine.
another one.
No. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
I'll talk about. Keep talking about what you're doing. I got
Okay.
more.
So we're going to put them here. We're going to put them there. We're going to put them every damn where. All right. So now V-Cool can move through obstacles and everything, and that is lovely. Essentially, I'm going to be moving him up here. Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
One more there.
All right. Now we'll put another one. You know what? On your guys. Just here. Oh, so yours goes away, right?
Yes, I did not move. Okay. So I have conceal, right? But you can see through that.
I can see through. Yeah, all of my guys have the alchemical masks except for Razor.
Okay.
Razor doesn't, I believe.
You got it.
Okay. So that was my feat. I get to do that once in the whole fight.
Cool. Yes,
Okay.
that's the big cool feats that. Yeah. All right. Your ashes are palled.
Yes, indeed. So now I'm going to cast Avenging.
Hello.
Oh, that was awesome.
Fall of Ashes.
That was very good. So now I'm going to cast Avenging Force. Avenging Force is if one or more friendly faction warrior models was damaged by enemy attacks while in the spellcaster's control range during your turn.
Question.
Yes.
Just to be clear, that is an upkeep spell, and you can only have one upkeep spell. Right, you can only upkeep one a turn. So next turn you won't be able to keep both of those, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So Avenging Force, pretty much if you damage any of my models, then in my maintenance phase, in my maintenance phase, I get to move and make a basic attack.
Right. So basically, you're casting this thing that next turn, on my turn, if I hit you, he gets to do something cool.
Everybody gets to do something cool.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, one person. You get to pick a model.
Yeah, I get to pick a model. Yeah.
Neat.
Somebody gets to. So hopefully that will help me with.
Oh, just only one on a given model. So, but this is like a spread across thing. So you'd have multiple upkeeps out and upkeep them, just one on a given model. So doesn't that mean superiority is on Rager, Avenging Force is on the caster, and they can both be upkept?
Okay. Cool. All right. Cool. All right. So I did that, and now I'm going to do some nonsense because I feel like in our practice game I was not aggressive enough. And I was not aggressive enough I have not been aggressive enough in this game.
Sure.
I am going to attempt to correct that.
Okay.
So, now, cool, because now I have pathfinding and everything. I can move through things without any penalty to my movement.
Okay.
That's over through your units. It doesn't matter so long as I'm in the clouds.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to move 6 inches. I'm sorry, what's my speed? 7 inches, sorry. I'm going to move 7 inches. That's going to be here. And that means I should be able to hit you without cover coming into play.
Yes. Does he have the mask and stuff too?
He does.
Cool. Yeah.
Yep.
So you're throwing an axe at me?
I am going to throw an axe at you.
Okay.
Yes.
So you've got the rat of 7 going at my defense of 16.
Now, you play a lot of games.
Yeah.
Statistically, it is generally better to get an extra attack than to boost one attack, correct?
Sure.
Typically?
I'd say two dice rolls.
Two dice rolls seem to be better.
You can guarantee one hits, but it's up to you.
Yes. Well, I'm just gonna give her.
How much is? What's the power on your attack here? That's a good question. 13 versus my 14. I mean, you're not gonna kill. You can't kill a Warcaster outright.
No, I can't. But I can try.
Oh, that's true. Nikane is a living model. She's alive.
Yeah. So she gets the
-2 to defense. Yeah.
Yep.
So my defense is only 14.
Defense is only 14?
Yeah.
Okay. Oop, sorry, pardon me. Defense is only 14?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So
make the roll. See
make
if it
the roll,
matters.
see what it matters. Yep. 4.
So 4 plus your of 7 is like 11. You do not hit.
I do not hit. Okay. Then I'm going to use that focus points
Okay.
and try it again. That is 5 plus 7.
So 12.
12.
Still does not hit.
Still does not hit. Okay, great.
Some tough rolls, buddy.
Yeah. Yep. I'm sure you. Yeah. Yep. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I think that's cool. Now I'm going to activate Razor. Basic range attack. Okay, great. So Razor has a movement, a speed of 5, but also benefits from the smoke because it's a friendly unit, so I get to move over this without it taking any penalty.
Neato.
And I should. Do you get benefit of cover?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because it's basically like if you're drawing from your thing, if anything to get the full width of my base has to cross over.
Got
this.
it. Okay. Then I'm going to spend 1 and do not a charge, but a run.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Run is an extra 3.
It's an extra 5.
5, great.
So sorry, you went from 3 to.
Oh,
1.
thank you. I appreciate that. Yep. Okay, so I'll move 2, and then I'll move another 2 right there. Okay, so now we shouldn't get the benefit.
No.
Right.
But you can't make any attacks because you ran.
Because I ran?
Yeah. That's why I was like, okay.
Oh, I didn't get that from the tone. I didn't.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No. That's right. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Then can I just do another? There's really nothing I can do then to move any farther.
You could have charged.
I thought charge had to end in a melee attack.
It does. I mean, were you able? If you were able to get there, but yeah.
Oh, I could get there. No, but I want to shoot with all of my gun.
Yeah. Your activation basically ends immediately after you choose to run.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Warjacks is slow.
Yeah, they are. They are.
I mean, again, I got -2 to defense. You got multiple attacks.
You do, but you have, I believe, because I put you in a cloud, I believe you have conceal now.
Oh, right, but right, and he doesn't. He
doesn't do that.
Okay, yeah.
Hold on. Living models. Oh no. Oh yeah, it is a cloud effect. So I think cloud effects just give concealed. Okay.
You didn't want to charge me?
He's more of a ranged attacker. Like
Okay.
he gets 3 attacks with ranged attacks.
He gets 2 attacks with melee.
But he gets 2 attacks with melee.
Because you have your slug cannon has pistol.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do
All
that.
right.
Yeah, let's do a charge attack then. Okay?
So basically what you have to do is, because he was here, right?
Yep.
It has to be a straight line towards my dudes.
And the charge is another 3, correct? Okay.
So you have 8, which I think you're probably fine. Yeah, I would. Yeah, there you go, man.
Yeah, I think it's good. Okay.
You're trying to come after my dude.
Because oh, that's right. I have the slug cannon does have pistols, so I can still do that in
Yeah, bud.
melee. Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, hold
Yep.
on. I mean, that's a little tucked
Yeah, it's a
in.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're measuring from the back, yeah, you can be like there.
Like here.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So my brain automatically goes like to base to base.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
just you just got to be within 1 to melee because that's the range on
Yeah.
the weapon there.
Okay.
Great. So I assume now. So that was a charge.
That was a charge.
So that cost you 1. So
1.
now you're at 2 focus points.
Okay. So now I get to attack with the Ripper Shield and the slug cannon,
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's 1 attack.
and that's 1 attack. Okay.
And so whichever one you're choosing to hit with first,
Yep.
from my understanding, it already gets boosted because you charged.
I'm going to do the Ripper Shield first.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So
Okay.
I'm in this smoke.
Yep.
So it's evening itself out right now, my understanding, right?
That's my understanding.
Because I'm
yes.
getting -2,
Two.
but your guy doesn't have,
Have
the,
the
the,
thing.
the thing, so I'm also concealed.
Yeah, because I think
guess.
cloud effects automatically give you concealed.
Yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
we're
Just
gonna
gonna roll and
gripping
figure
it
it
and
out.
then ripping it. So
Yep.
yeah, you've got your mat of 6 or 7.
Oh, melee weapons don't care about concealment.
Then rock and roll.
Great.
You've got pretty good roll, dude.
That's not bad. Okay, so that's 9.
So yeah, so 7 versus my what is it, like 14 then because of the minus from the smoke?
Yeah. So it's going to be 14.
Yeah.
So I made it. Okay, great. Cool. So now I've got a power of 18. And
An
I
armor
roll
of 15.
armor of 15. Okay.
Damn good roll.
Damn good roll. Okay, so that's a total of 28 for power.
28, so that's
Yeah.
going up against my armor of 15. So 13 damage. I am going to spend 2 focus points and bring that down to a nice 3.
What?
You can spend focus points on your dudes to reduce the damage by 5.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Okay. All right.
Basically,
Okay.
as a you don't just
shield.
get to end
Yeah,
the
yeah,
game
yeah,
here.
yeah. I'm going to try.
Yeah,
I
1,
think
2,
if
3.
I can do a silly thing, it might work.
Okay.
Okay, so now the slug cannon.
Oh, you can only do 1 per turn? Okay, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go.
Okay, and you still have 1.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. Okay, so now I get to attack with the slug cannon.
Yep.
Okay, great.
One
Okay.
per attack, not one per turn. Right, okay.
Okay, slug cannon is 10, not a bad roll.
Plus,
6.
so it's, 16. Yeah, you hit.
16, so even with the -2, then it
Yep.
hits. Okay. Now I'm going to boost this.
Okay.
And that's 6, 11, 13 plus 16. 13 plus 16 is 28, 29.
Yeah, so with my armor being 15, then yeah, it's 5 plus 9 is 13.
13, and I think you could use your focus
reduce
point
it by
to reduce
that.
it. Yeah.
All right. So 13 minus 5 is 8, and I die. I lose. Game over.
What? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I did not realize that was the thing that could happen. Cool.
I didn't either. Neither one of us did.
All right.
Okay. Oh, this is a weird game.
Yeah. Huh. Got to keep your Warcaster safe. I guess
Yeah.
I should have done that to him last turn.
Yeah.
I didn't think that that was the case on there. Holy moly. There are entire factions that are just designed to win by assassination. Huh. That's the big thing in Warmachine, why assassination builds are so effective.
Effective. Yeah, okay. Wow,
Neat.
we need to keep our fucking Warcasters back.
I guess, yeah, I didn't imagine that you could hop over. I don't understand why the smoke allows you to just ignore fences, but I mean, good job, man. GG.
Thank you. GG's.
Yeah, in a full point game, you'd have a few more units to screen your caster from stuff like that. I just didn't assume that you could, yeah. I mean, that's the thing about, like, learning all these things. Huh.
Okay.
Well, Jacob, I gotta say, thank you for making your first win the most anticlimactic thing
win,
I've ever
right?
seen. It really do be like that. Ben's caster didn't get murderized, then Jacob's was really... That was the thing. I was probably gonna return the favor, honestly.
Yeah, because I was right there. I felt like I had to get my guy out of there as quickly as I could, and the only way to do that was to get it closer to your side of the board.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, you just had to whiff an attack because she can dodge and move away. It's part of her feat, gives her friendly faction models Pathfinder, and you can move through obstructions and other models. Yeah, I know. I understand it's a thing. It's just like, I imagine there's like a level of, flavor.
And
It's like, okay, you have smoke. The wall, it didn't become incorporeal. It's still there.
The flavor to me is the like being this sneaky commando unit that's also very tanky.
Yeah.
It's weird, and I
rogue is
fully
sneaky.
agree.
Having in D&D, if a roll is a nat 20 and they're trying to get past a door, they don't through osmosis to travel through the door. I have literal ghosts. Great. Well, that was fun. I mean, I don't think we have time to play another.
Yeah, I don't either. But this was awesome, and
Yeah.
I definitely want to try this again.
Yeah, I really want to try it. So there's an interesting thing with the warlords. So there's warcasters, but then there's warlocks. Where instead of warjacks, you have what's called war beasts. You have big monsters and stuff, and I think it's like something like the monsters themselves have points on them, and your warlock siphons.
The more actions they do, it literally goes in reverse. Whereas the warcasters are giving the focus to the warjacks.
Yeah.
The more actions that the war beasts take, the more fury is generated.
That's really cool.
And then that seems the faction that you want to play.
Yeah.
Really seems very Ben coded.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm just
I-
sorry.
yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
flabbergasted. I was just like, oh, it just ends.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning on in.
Can I?
Yeah.
What? No. So the reason that I thought to do that
Yeah.
is because I've played so many games with you and learned a lot from you. Truly, the next thing that I was going to do, if that didn't work, because he can do a 3-inch move.
Yeah.
So I was going to move him 3 inches. And then set these guys out so that I could take shots at. I was going to move them through your units out here
That's
so that
fair.
I could take shots at that. But truly, the only reason that any of that worked, one, the rolls, but two, because I've played so many games with you and learned from you.
Where I just get to throw, where it's just, you just got to move stuff up.
Yeah.
And either it works or it doesn't.
It's also the way that you combo stuff and the way that your brain works and the way that you see things and how line goes, because you've got so much experience with board games and everything. I truly have learned a lot from you, and I really feel like that's the only reason that I
Well,
won.
thank you, buddy. I think you played great, and I think that sort of strategy works really well in a game like this, because I think we glossed over it really too quick, so we're getting into the nitty gritty. I think the rolling system in this game is incredibly neat, because here's the thing, right? I love Kill Team.
Yeah.
I love Kill Team, and it's great.
Yep.
The idea with Kill Team is that it's this elite force of dudes, right? And they're going in and they're taking shots, and they clearly know how to use their weapons, right? And the fact that for each shot it's like an individualized dice versus what your opponent can roll and stuff like that. It's like, I like that there's no opposing. I like games that there's no opposing defensive roll.
Yes.
I really, really do, because it's like it lets the models who, if it lets the designers, in my opinion, if the model's a fucking good shooter, then they have a good on hit, and they should probably hit. If they're dog shit at shooting, then they'll give them that, and it's more interesting if they do, right? And it's just like, I hate it when I've got this super elite sniper, and I'm like, well, I rolled a bunch of ones or whatever, and it's like, sure, the guy could be having an off day, but that doesn't feel cool, right? So I really like the 2d6 system.
It having the feeling of the game, like you were saying, be reinforced by the system, because if your Warjack charges these guys, they're toast.
Yeah, and that's how it should feel.
That is
right. Like I charged my Warjack into your bazooka man, and he was dead. Like that's just how it's gonna go. Yeah. So I think that's great, and I mean, here's the thing. So we talked about Steamforged picking this up. So these models are 3D printed, which was really cool, because it lets you. There's some really cool, unique builds and stuff. We've been touting the accolades of this. There are models that you can probably see it on. There was one guy where it came out pretty clear. This one, you can kind of see if you look at his robe, the actual print lines on it.
Yep.
But on the flip side, it means that most of this game is going to be very easy and on demand to get the models that you're looking for, which is a huge problem, I think, with a lot of miniature-based games. It's like, if you want a thing, it's if they get it, and because the game is so focused around these different point systems, whether you want it to be skirmish or this giant 2,000 point game. A big problem with that Kill Team had was the space cops from Kill Team.
Oh yeah, the RBDs.
Yeah. Turns out they were just really good in 40K. So the 40K players bought all the Kill Teams of it, right? So it's just, but also they print them, and you can it makes custom models and stuff like that super easy, and so I really think it's neat. So big shout out to this. I'm really interested to see where it goes. I mean, games like this live or die on its player base. So I saw a couple people who were like, nobody's into it in my group. My biggest suggestion: get some starter sets and just have it available. And if your friends are interested in it, then rock and roll.
Cards. I know. Eventually,
that is my biggest.
That's They're apparently going to do a print to from the app, where you can print out the cards and everything. This is great. This is awesome. Cards for the individual units, because the rules themselves, not tough to get, not tough to remember. Remembering all of the resistances and what your guys can do, having to go through the app every time as you're trying to go through.
Oh, there you go. You can do it right now, but you have to do it from the desktop
version.
Okay, well there we go. Good to know.
That helps.
Yeah. You used to be able to print a PDF. Yeah, I mean, everything's kind of new. It's in its function and stuff. So we'll see. I really do think this is a cool game. We have learned very quick that you got to protect your Warcaster. Big time, buddy.
Yeah.
But that was really cool. I when we played this before, I was a lot more aggressive with my Furies and attacked and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And this, I tried to play a little bit more of this control-y game. It was... I was stopping you from getting points, but...
you also kind of locked these guys down. They didn't get to do much. If you had attacked, you may have killed one or two, but at least I would have gotten to retaliate. I think you did really well, especially moving them up. That was so clever.
Yeah.
Moving them up to get the,
thank
the
you.
8-inch there. That was awesome.
And what I will say, final thing before we kind of do a closeout, is I know it's a little bit of a weird spot for some people, but I am, when it comes to I want to play model games, miniatures are expensive.
Yep.
I super understand that. And getting into a new game can be spooky to drop $200 and you don't even know if you're going to get to play. Tabletop Simulator exists for this reason. And people have, various opinions on it and stuff like that. But as a teaching tool, I think it's really, really valuable for something like that, where it's just like, hey, before we drop $200, let's play and see how we feel about this. Do I like this? Then support the company and stuff like that. Do those kinds of things, because obviously you get into situations where people will exclusively play that and you're not paying the developer for all their hard work. Don't do that. Don't be a wingus. But I think it is absolutely valuable as a tool to learn things and stuff. I think there's a couple of digital there's a couple digital Warmachine apps for running. Okay, well then there you go.
It's called War Table, and it's
rematch.
Yeah,
on
buddy.
War Table.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, if that's actually a thing, that could be something that we throw in for remote streams when we can't come in and play.
Yeah.
That could be very, very fun.
All I want to do, I want to play more Warhammer and more Kill Team, but it is difficult to get a couple of people together to do it.
Yeah, you really boned yourself by being both into Dungeons and Dragons and miniature wargaming, because you're trying to get adults into a room together during the weekday.
I'm sorry. I boned myself. I boned myself. This place, this is what did it to me. You did this to me.
Well,
I played one game of Kill
Team. If we really want to go down the line of who's peddling the narcotics amongst here, shout out to PM Avers for...
You!
PM Avers gives a little bit of heroin for free, and then, we just eat it up.
This is who I am now. Do you see the tiny bushes and the little snow? This is who I am now.
Yeah. And I want to say everyone else, the audience for tuning on in,
Thank you.
everyone who supports us, you can do it over at patreon.com/LettingReadyRun. Thank you so, so much. We really appreciate it. Because again, it's I would say at least 75 to 60% of the games that we play on here are games that are sent in by friends or fans or companies and stuff like that. Because it turns out board games is expensive, and playing a different one every week is tough. Yeah. So AFK literally lives and dies on the support of all y'all, and it means a ton. So thank you so much. As I said, Patreon, you can also go check out our store at store.loadingreadyrun.com. All kinds of great merchandise that you can buy with the dollar reduce in your bank account. And you can, if you're watching on YouTube, let us know. You want to see some more Warmachine? I will say I don't want to go too much bigger than I think 50 points is tournament.
That would be the limit of where I'd want to go.
That's what I'm saying, right? I could see us adding 2 to 3 more model types into this. That's it. But I mean, it's probably easier once you get a little bit more acclimatized with it too.
Yeah. Can I rant a little bit about the story?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah,
Just a touch.
Well, I think that's all the housekeeping on there. But go for it.
I like this because all of the characters are named. They don't do any of this immersion breaking stuff of you're the commander or anything. It's no. These are the people.
These are the commander.
These are the commander. You go or anything like that. That's something I really like. Anyway, sorry.
No.
I should have done that prior.
No, that's perfect. That's a great way to end it. I have been Ben. This has been my good friend Jacob.
Hi.
And of course, Paul on tech.
Hello.
And we're going to catch you all next time. Bye-bye.
Thanks.